So it was about a week ago when I planted these flowers in the ground. And there's really no telling how long they're gonna last because I don't have a lot of experience planting flowers or trees or anything like that. So I thought it would be a good idea to maybe put them into a portrait or into a painting. I originally thought about doing this portrait style, like vertical. But something about the way the plant bed was shaped, or the garden bed was shaped, I thought it would probably be more fitting if I had done it sideways. And honestly, I've done quite a few paintings vertically, but I think at this scale and on this size paper, which is I think it's 3.5 by 5.5 inches. I think it takes a very particular kind of subject for it to work out painting vertically. But we go landscape, and as much as I've painted flowers, I still don't have like a method or a way to go about it. And I guess honestly that's kind of true for like all my paintings. And I can't tell. Maybe that's inexperience, or maybe that is experience. But I never really have like a great plan about how I go about paintings. Sometimes I'll come in with a pencil, like I did today. But sometimes I also just go straight in with the brush. Sometimes I have an underpainting, sometimes I don't. But I really don't think it matters, to be honest with you. I think a lot of times it's just how the painting comes out is just a result of if it was going to work out in the first place. I graduated from my university recently, and I guess things kind of feel a little bit different than I expected. I honestly have the habit of putting future events or future objects, things that I'm going to get or things that I'm going to do, on this huge pedestal. I think I'm pretty sure I've even like spoken openly about this, and I've like consciously been aware that I do it, but I still did it. Like I put this whole idea of graduating college as this whole thing that would like change my life, and it would just be like such a freeing feeling, and it would like change the way I thought about myself and the way that I thought about just like the world in general. And then it comes to happen, and like you just keep living the same life. I guess I expect to almost like be ushered into like a new version of life. It's almost like, well, I guess this is kind of a niche reference, but I know in certain sections, I hope this isn't too like, I don't know, I'll just say it. In certain sections of Christianity, I believe that some people believe that heaven will just be like Earth 2.0, and so sometimes I think of like life kind of like that. Like you almost imagine like once you graduate college, it's going to be like life 2.0. I don't know, or like my outlook on life is just going to be brand new, and everything's going to be good and easy and happy and jolly. But it's never like that. It's never like that. But outside of my job search and everything like that, I've gotten the chance to volunteer with a couple of organizations. And so they had me out there planting trees, and we were digging these holes that were like maybe 1.5 feet wide by like a foot deep. And when I came there, I really had no expectations of like how difficult that was going to be. But it ended up actually being quite difficult. Like the ground was For the first like 4 inches, it was like basically gray and like dust, and really hard to dig through. And then once you got through that layer, it was like yellow and actually pretty like relatively moist, and it was a lot easier to dig through. But I just had fun. I had fun. I did that for a couple hours, and then a week prior to that, I volunteered with a different organization, and they had us planting flowers, which was 10 times easier, if not like 20 times easier than the trees. But yeah, all that kind of inspired me to go back home and plant some flowers. And I really didn't know flowers were as expensive as they were. I probably spent like a good $50 putting these like, I don't know, 7 flowers down. I don't think it's worth it. I get to walk past them and know that I put them in the ground. But yeah, who's to say how long they'll stay here? One of them already, it's only been like a couple days since I filmed this video, and one of them is already like gone. So that one must not have been put in the ground very well. But the rest of them are still doing well and thriving. And they're still very pretty. Very, very, very pretty. And something that I really like about this hobby of just painting outside, I guess plein air or urban sketching, is that it's kind of it doesn't really ask a whole lot of you. All it really entails is just observing. And it doesn't take a whole lot of equipment. It doesn't take a whole lot of like time. And that way, it's kind of like photography, in that all you really need is like one camera and one lens, and then you use your perspective to do all the rest. But yeah, I really like that. I really like that. It calls me outdoors. It calls me to just appreciate like what's already there. It doesn't require me to find anything spectacular or hunt out a crazy scene. I think it's really nice that occasionally, even though a lot of times I feel overwhelmed, or a lot of times I'll feel like a lot's being required or a lot's being asked of me, like painting is more or less just it asks nothing from you. You just go outside and just get a painting done. This painting ended up coming together pretty nicely, I think. A little bit confused at certain parts and portions, but yeah, I think it turned out pretty nice. If you'd like, you can like and subscribe to keep up with other videos I make. Yeah, that's really it. I'm still working on that short story. And yeah, that's kind of all I have for today. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.